Jai Mata Di from Vaishno Devi. Yesterday we completed our Darshan Yatra and it was, as always, absolutely heartwarming and mind cleansing and body breaking. But since I have done it over half a dozen times since I've grown up, I managed to do that pretty nicely. And now that we are back to our hotel, I would like to share with you not just our experiences but a few tips on how to plan your yatra better, so that not only do you get Mata Vaishno Devi's divine blessings but also a good experience from this spiritual and natural beautiful place. Okay, so first of all, book everything online as far as you can. If you are able physically to plan your climbing, then you should book your time slots with a few hours buffer time, so that in case you get delayed or in case you feel a little exhausted, then you can recover before you book your battery car, your ropeway to Bhairav Baba, and a few other sevas that are there, facilities that are there by the shrine board. And there goes another chopper. So if you are physically challenged or if you just want to utilize this service, then you can book that online as well, but try and book it as early in advance as possible. I think every 15 minutes or maybe even every 5 minutes a chopper takes off. There are a couple of those services running. Okay, if you do not go by chopper and you are starting your yatra, I suggest using the new Tarakot route. Tarakot is different from Banganga route, and there is a great Navgrah Vatika that they have created just at the start of the route, so you can enjoy that park. It's made very beautifully. While we were climbing down from the Tarakot route, we crossed it, but we were too tired to actually go sit in it and enjoy it with as much time as we would have liked. So I had to make a few hurried outward shots, and you can check them all out on my vlog. When you see this video and you want to see how we climbed, reached Bhavan and then came back down, there will be a series of shots that you can see, and it will give you an idea of the things that you will encounter as you climb. So Tarakot, of course, that route will take you straight to Ardh Kumari, so you won't get to see Charan Paduka. Okay, and the cafes and the eating places are just this food stalls right now, Nescafe food stalls, and I think there's a McDonald's on that route as well, which was closed while we were coming down, so maybe it's under construction and will be operative by the time you climb. So the Tarakot route will take you straight to Ardh Kumari. From there you can take the battery car if you've booked it online. Waiting offline for a current battery car seat is quite low probability of you getting a seat, but people do try, and obviously physically challenged people are given preference and senior citizens are given preference. So I wouldn't recommend waiting in line and trying to get an offline current booking. Same thing for the ropeway as well. So it's better to book your ropeway ticket in advance online. Although we did see that a huge line of offline tickets was issued and people were able to utilize the ropeway to go from Bhavan to Bhairav. See, like I said, maybe not even every 5 minutes, it's probably every 2 minutes, but I think every 5 minutes the chopper takes off and the one that has gone up comes down. Speaking of the choppers, there is a new helipad, Panchi helipad, which is I think being used for helicopters from Jammu, but that's prohibitively expensive for most of us. Okay, So speaking of the Tarakot route, like I said, it will take you straight to Ardhkuvari. The normal Banganga route, you will go through Charan Paduka, where there is a very nice temple with very beautiful statues of all the gods and goddesses. And you go around Shiv Mandir with a Shani statue there. And I think it's a more bustling route, a very heavily crowded route, the usual route from Banganga. And it's lined with shops throughout, so you never feel that there is any shortage of any snacks or food or water. The water dispensers are there on the Tarakot route as well, but the cafes are few and small. But Cafe Coffee Day, Nescafe, and a Vodka booth is there as well. So Vodka is a brand that reminds me of my childhood at Sanar. Because that was the brand of dairy products that we used to drink and consume. Let's see. Ardhkuvari, Garbh Gufa, you can't book anything online for Garbh Gufa. You have to get a token number, a group number, and wait your turn. It might take you a day or even a couple of days if you're unlucky and there's too much of a crowd. So plan your trip like that. Keep it open-ended, I would say. When you reach here, for coming, book your tickets, but for going back, I would say either use the overnight sleeper buses or book a train ticket in Tatkal, because basically Ardhkuvari, the Garbh Gufa, is the thing that you cannot predict. Just like life, it is unpredictable, and you might be lucky and get to see, go through the Garbh Gufa within a couple of hours and then continue your climb to Bhavan, but that seems really unrealistic. So practically speaking, keep a day extra or maybe even 2 days extra in case you want to go through the Garbh Gufa. When I came earlier, when there was not so much crowd, I have gone through Garbh Gufa I think 3 or maybe even 4 times. Memory fades as childhood gets farther away from me and I approach my 40th year. But Garbh Gufa is the thing that is going to probably take up the most of your waiting time. Other than that, if you keep climbing and you keep saying Jai Mata Di, you will make it to the top soon. It's not a very hard climb nowadays because the battery car route is quite easy to walk, and the old route through Sanji Chhat was much steeper. Okay, coming to the darshan, they have built a skywalk which was inaugurated by President Draupadi Murmu, which I just found out this time, and there are smart lockers there as well. So if you do have a postpaid connection, preferably of Airtel, I think, even though I think Jio was also working fine for some people, then you can use the internet to book and use the smart lockers that are there. Otherwise, the normal lockers are always there. After the darshan, you pick up your souvenirs, bhet, and make your donation. So if you make a good donation, you get a good gift in return as well. And then you go to Bhairav Baba. So for Bhairav Baba, I would recommend the ropeway because the steep climb is very hard, especially after you've stopped for the darshan, and that makes your body relax a little, and then it's harder to get it into that walking mode again. So try and book your ropeway with some hours in buffer, as I said, and take the ropeway to Bhairav Baba, complete your darshan and come back down and start walking downwards. Once again, if you go up by Tarakot, you can come down by the Banganga route, or if you go by Banganga route for that bit of energy of lots of people, then you can come down by the Tarakot route, which is very naturally relaxed right now, and it's newly made, so the toilet complexes are better and newer. Another chopper goes by. And speaking of making your yatra complete, you should start your yatra at Kol Kandoli Mandir, just outside Jammu in Nagrota, on the route to Katra. So Kol Kandoli is the place where Mata Vaishno Devi spent her childhood, and Ardhkuvari is visible over there. So Kol Kandoli, Banganga, Arth Kuwari, Bhavan, Bhairav Baba. That's the route your yatra should take, and I think that is the end of my knowledge sharing video with you. Do share your questions in the comments, and have a holy place in this heart, not like some people who disrespect the place, and I won't give them any more importance, because it just adds to this very stupid celebrity culture that we have got going, because we have been copying the West. Look towards our own culture for some really great way to live. Okay, Jai Mata Di, Namaste, take care, stay safe, Jai Hind.